In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the bizarre and frankly hilarious headlines that have emerged from Scotland. Hello guys, how's it going? I am continuing my Scottish theme vlogs, Scottish stories as I've called it in the series, and it is basically an exploration of Scottish culture, all things Scotland, and I'm really having a lot of fun enjoying the interaction with you guys on this subject. As I say, I'm from Scotland and I am very passionate about my country and all our little quirks and nuances. And in today's episode, I've got something quite funny for you. Scottish newspaper headlines. But I'd like to start the episode by saying thank you very much for all you guys who have come into the vlog and are watching the videos and have been leaving your comments. If you are new here, please do hit the big red subscribe button down below. It would mean so much to me. Now, as I say, Scottish newspaper headlines, they are quite unusual. They are hilarious, they are bizarre, and they are quite frankly sometimes ridiculous. What else would you expect from Scottish news? So I've made a little list and I'm going to go through them, I'm going to read them out, and I'm going to explain the kind of background context to a few of them, and let's have a laugh. And I do warn you guys, I am going to be saving the best one, or my personal favourite one, which is absolutely hilarious, till the very end. The first headline I'm reading out that I found online is terrorist themed, and it was a story in the Daily Record, which is one of Scotland's daily newspapers, published on July the 4th, 2007. It says, "I kicked burning terrorists so hard in balls that I tore a tendon in my foot." So basically what happened is, I don't know if you guys will remember this, people from Scotland definitely will, but in July 2007 we actually suffered a terrorist incident at Glasgow airport. Two guys driving a Range Rover, which was full of gas canisters I believe and petrol, drove right into the main entrance of Glasgow airport in some kind of ridiculous attempt to blow it up. They set their car on fire, they set themselves on fire, they were covered in petrol themselves. Basically their plot was so absurd that it failed within minutes. Now, Scotland loves a hero, and on that fateful day we came across a few very important heroes. The first of all was Glasgow airport baggage handler John Smeaton, or Smeato as he is forever known in Scotland from now on. He gave a TV interview afterwards explaining how Scottish people do not accept that type of behaviour in Scotland.
It's your luck, and luckily my luck was in yesterday.
And basically Smeato and a couple of other people wrestled with these terrorists, these would-be terrorists who were on fire. They hit them, they beat them up. Like, this is Glasgow, what else would you expect? They basically gave them a good licking.
This is Glasgow, we'll say it about you.
John Smeaton was a big hero because of his TV interview, but there was another guy, Alex, who kicked the terrorist really hard in the balls and ended up hurting his foot doing so. Long story short, the terrorists failed to make any impact on Glasgow that day. The second Scottish news headline is also terrorist related. Now, last year, 2016, a guy hijacked a plane wearing a fake bomb vest. He demanded that the plane go to Cyprus. When the plane got to Cyprus, everybody got off, there was no bomb. But in the middle of that whole thing, everybody thought there was like a real live bomb on this guy. And there was a Scottish guy on the plane called Ben Innes. I believe he worked up in Aberdeen at the time, but he was on business in Egypt. He decided the best course of action during that, what must have been terrifying experience, was to go up to the terrorist and take a photo. And if you look at the photo, it's just hilarious. Smiling with a big grin next to this would-be terrorist. I mean, that is just the most Scottish thing ever to happen, right? Ben Innes, you are a hero of our nation. And the news headlines in Scotland, by the way, they continue on a ridiculous theme. Teacher who told pupil I shagged your ma is struck off register. Guys, you need to understand the context of what's happening here. I have explained in a previous vlog, the word shagged in Scotland means to have sex with. Ma is Scottish slang for mother. So basically, this teacher told a pupil at his school, in his class, that he had sex with his mother. And that, by the way, is a very common Scottish insult. If you don't like somebody in Scotland, something you might say to them, for example, as some kind of retort, is your ma, literally your mother. If you want to take that an even more serious step further, you might say, I shagged your ma. That is a very typical Scottish insult. I'm not sure if that exists anywhere else in the world, but there's some context for you. Now, a teacher said that to his pupil, but the right thing happened and the guy was struck off the register. I mean, there's one thing saying it to your mates, people you don't like on the street or whatever, but telling it to somebody in your class as a teacher. And here is a headline I am bringing to you all the way from Aberdeen. Drunk woman steals a ferry and yells, I'm Jack Sparrow. I don't know the context of this story. I don't know what happened to her, I don't know what ferry it was, I don't know why she said she was Jack Sparrow, but that's what happened in Aberdeen. The headline speaks for itself. The next news headline is basically a very practical solution to a problem. Only in Glasgow, amazing moment, forklift truck picks up and moves legally parked car that blocked business. So basically, there was a car legally parked that was blocking somebody's business in Glasgow. And what is the Glaswegian solution to that? Okay, so next news headline. 25-stone Scots chip shop owner stops Neds by sitting on them. Guys, a Ned in Scotland is basically the equivalent to a chav. How can I explain this for somebody who's not from Scotland? If anybody wants to attempt to do a better job than me, down below in the comments please. But a Ned is basically youth dressed in a tracksuit and often causes mayhem in the different neighbourhoods in Scotland. So, by the way, chip shops are probably one of the #1 locations that suffer abuse from Neds. But this chip shop owner didn't take any shite from them. Oh no. This is just a video blog that was waiting to happen. I had to do this because we have some crackers, guys. They come up all the time. I love my country. This just makes me proud. Next headline from the Dunfermline Press. From the good city of Dunfermline. Town? City? I don't know. Dunfermline. Man hit pal with iron. There is so much going on in the town of Dunfermline. The fact that somebody was hit with an iron becomes headline news. Glasgow woman threatens to slash neighbour from earhole to arsehole in row over pot noodle. Some of these headlines don't need any further investigation. They're just brilliant as standalone items. Police hunt Zimmer frame thug in a Tammy hat who stabbed a man in the bum in Glasgow. I mean, that headline is just loaded from start to finish. Old man Scottish hat. The Tam O'Shanter, as it's also known. It's basically a Scottish men's bonnet. And the crime this guy had committed is he had stabbed somebody, presumably with a knife, but maybe other objects, in the bottom. Glasgow just brings the comedy all the time. Now, we all know about politics. It's been happening in the last few years that's produced endless headlines. Well, I don't know if you know this, but President Donald Trump of America actually has very close ties to Scotland. His mother is Scottish, and Donald Trump is very, very keen and very fond on Scotland, actually, and he owns a number of properties in Scotland. So when he won the presidential election, the Buchan Observer, this is going to insult a few people, right? But I don't even know how to say the word Buchan. I know it's a town in the northeast of Scotland. That's about as much as I know. I don't even know how to pronounce it properly. I've never been there before. The headline read, Aberdeenshire business owner wins presidential election. The Buchan Observer there claiming Donald Trump as one of their very own. But guys, as I said, I have saved the best newspaper headline from Scotland until the very end. And this, by the way, blew my socks away when I first saw it. Find the bastard who shat down my chimney. There's a photograph of the perpetrator shitting down somebody's chimney. Guys, I need to read this section of the story to you because it is just absolutely unbelievable. A Scottish householder returned home to find that some idiot has took a shit down his chimney. Mike Williams is furious as the chimney had only just been cleaned. Mike raged, quotation marks. I was just getting home from work when a neighbour ran up and said they had seen a wee Ned shitting down the chimney. When I opened the door, the smell was incredible. The wee bastard's shite had landed in the grate. It was all over the place. If I get my hand on the little bastard, I'll kick him so hard in the arse, he'll never shit again. A source at Grampian Police said the crime was unpleasant and unusual. This is Scottish news. This actually happened, and I don't even know what to say about it. If you come here, things like this could happen. I've been in disputes over neighbours and stuff in the past. I remember somebody put a dead fish, on my windowsill outside my bedroom window when I was growing up. When arguments escalate here in Scotland, shit gets real. What more can I say? That just perfectly summarises this vlog all about Scottish newspaper headlines. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it as funny as I do. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As I say, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. I hope you have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever time it is wherever you are in the world. I will speak to you again really soon. Take care.